Yo guys, Brandon here with What If Naruto Was an Uchiha? This is going to be my first Naruto What If, so if I got certain things wrong, please make sure to comment down below and correct me. Anyways, you can join my Discord server by checking down the link below in the description. Comment down below your opinion, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications so you'll be notified when I upload. Make sure to stay tuned, and please watch out the whole video. To make this work, Minato is going to be an Uchiha member who is the brother of Fugaku Uchiha. Fugaku was a prodigy compared to Minato when it comes down to Sharingan abilities. Because of this, their parents cut off Minato to focus on Fugaku. So Minato left the clan and trained with the Toe Sage Jiraiya, leading into Minato becoming the Hokage. Minato marries Kushina, who gave birth to Naruto, and like canon, Naruto's birth was kept secret. The attack on Konoha still happens, resulting in Minato and Kushina's death. Before Minato died, he sealed the Kyuubi in Naruto. Naruto's childhood stayed pretty much the same, with Naruto a bit more like his father, resulting in him pulling little to no pranks. When Naruto joins the academy, he's met with the likes of Sasuke Uchiha, who doesn't pay much mind, but Naruto is interested in him. So Naruto goes and sits next to Sasuke, who is looking at him in awkwardness. The two were the only ones in the class at the moment, so Naruto tries to start a conversation. The two get to know each other a bit, and were slowly bonding. After some minutes, other children enter the class, some glaring at Naruto as they pass by. Then, there were two girls who were being rude about Naruto sitting down next to their Sasuke-kun. These two girls were Sakura Haruno and Ino. Naruto sighed and patiently waited for Iruka to enter the class. Iruka finally arrived and introduced himself to the class, and then went on to teach about the shinobi history, shinobi techniques, and other things. Naruto was locked on the whole teaching, and he remained locked on for every teaching that occurred in the academy. And the academy went on like this, to teach about chakra, jutsus, gekigenkai, dojutsus, tail beasts, past Hokage, genin, chunin, and jonin. Naruto was locked on in every subject that was taught in the academy. He bested Sasuke with this, and it turns out he was good at kunai throwing. His chakra control was good, but not so good. Taijutsu, he was good at, and his chakra natures turned out to be fire, wind, and lightning. Naruto was good and considered a prodigy, but he was a bit under Sasuke when it comes to almost every afternoon. Naruto could be found training with Sasuke. The two friendship grew, but then everything went downhill when the Uchiha massacre occurred, leaving Sasuke an emo. Naruto, being aware of the situation, didn't bother to talk to Sasuke for a while. But the Uchiha massacre caused Sasuke to train very hard, harder than usual. And this forced Naruto to push himself, and the two were going at an exponential rate. But then, a couple years later, comes the graduation exam. Naruto dominated the written exam. He aced at kunai throwing, summoned a good but not perfect shadow clone, same with the transformation jutsu, and he was also good at the substitution jutsu. And he lost to Sasuke just barely in the taijutsu battle. And Naruto passed with almost flying colors. After getting his headband, Naruto went and sit to think on what next to do, when he was approached by Mizuki, who tells Naruto that there is a way to get stronger and faster to pass the Uchiha, and to always make space for more progress. Naruto, being Naruto and naive, steals the scroll clean and fast without anyone noticing. He reaches at the set-to-be meeting place and opens the scroll, where he learns the secrets of the Shadow Clone. He spots other jutsu like the Flying Raijin and the Rasengan, but it looked too complicated. He practiced with his clones a bit until he was interrupted by Iruka, leading Naruto to spill the beans. To make everything short, Mizuki attacked Iruka, tells Naruto about his 9 tails inside of him, Naruto was shocked at first, but then realized it was obvious. Anyways, Naruto almost kills Mizuki. Iruka scolds Naruto, and that was the end of Naruto's first battle with a so-said villain. Can we get a clap for Mizuki? Anyways, the next day, the teams were supposed to be selected. Naruto arrived in class to see only Sasuke being harassed by Sakura and Ino, while his dark, serious face showed. Shikamaru taking a nap, Choji eating a big bag of chips as usual, and Naruto approaches Sasuke, asking Sakura and Ino to back off. He sits and finally says, "So, how's your training going?" Sasuke replies, keeping a straight face, "Good so far. I've improved a bit." Naruto saying the same. Naruto then went along to ask, "Have you learned anything new?" Sasuke replied, "No." Naruto, hearing this, grinned, catching Sasuke's attention. Before Sasuke could ask, Iruka entered the room, quieted down the class, and started assigning names on teams. Uzumaki Naruto, Haruno Sakura, Uchiha Sasuke. Team 7 will be led by Kakashi, an S-rank ninja, and level of Jonin. Team 9, Shino, Hinata, Kiba, level Jonin, Kurenai. Shikamaru, Choji, Ino. Team 10, Asuma, High Jonin. All the Jonins came and collected their teams, and at the end, there are only Team 7 left. Naruto's patience ran out, leading him to set up a prank for payback. Sakura just called him an idiot. Naruto smiled grimly. A couple of minutes later, Kakashi walked, pushing the door, causing the duster to fall on his head. Sakura's face was, well, who cares about Sakura's face? Sasuke grinned slightly, while Naruto was admiring his work. Kakashi thought that this team might just be interesting. Kakashi told them to meet on the roof, and then he shunshined away. They met on the rooftops, where Kakashi asked everyone to introduce themselves and give their likes, dislikes, and goals. Sasuke gave his normal speech. Sakura gave her, well, crazy-ish speech. Naruto said that he will become Hokage and change the wicked ways of the village and change certain things that were to be changed in his sight. He didn't shout like normal in canon, just sat quiet with a smile on his face and said what he had to be said. Kakashi smiled a little, seeing his sensei inside of Naruto. Other than that, Kakashi informed them about the bell test, and the next morning, Naruto woke up, didn't eat breakfast, got ready, and left to training ground 7, where he met Sasuke and Sakura. They looked terrible. They were clearly tired, clearly hungry. Naruto went, sat on a log, opened his bag, and started eating. Sakura was angered and started shouting about how Sensei said not to eat. Naruto stopped and looked at her, saying, "Sensei isn't going to be arriving soon, and if we're going against a Jonin, better you get some energy." Sakura signed and said, "Oh well," sat next to him, eating as well. Same with Sasuke. After some hours, Kakashi arrived and explained about the bell test. Naruto asked why there are only 2 bells if there's 3 genin. Kakashi just gave a nice smile and told him to figure it out. But that's where I'm going to be ending it, guys. This is getting a little too long. So, see ya.